karibu kwetu. I am back with another 30 lessons I've learned in my 20s. I did this last year because I said I was turning 30 last year and the year before that. And then this year I'm also turning 30. So which one is actually the real 30? Maybe it's this year, maybe it was last year, maybe it was the year before that. We don't know, but you know, I'm 30 nonetheless. And I think that looking back in my life, I didn't think I was going to make it through 30. That's a sad thing to say, but God's grace just got me through here, and it got me here. And just to reflect about how my life has been, how my 20s have been, there have been a lot. A lot of change has happened, and I have learned a lot about life, about people, about my relationships with other human beings as well as with God. And yeah, it's been a good ride. The 20s have been a good ride, and now let's see what the 30s will have to offer. But before that, let me share 30 lessons I've learned in my 20s. So let's get started. Roll the tape. Roll it. Okay, so these lessons are on my Instagram, bintimalu.com. If you go to my profile, there is a highlight reel called Life Lessons, and that's where I've shared all the 30 lessons. The 30th one I'll be sharing today, so follow me on Instagram. The first lesson is invest in relationships or people that invest in you. I think we waste a lot of time in investing in people who don't show up for us, and it shouldn't be that way. So go through the people in your life, go through the relationships in your life, and then figure out if they're investing in you as much as you're investing in them. If they're not, talk to them about it. If it doesn't change, let them go. Fall in love with yourself, love you, and then love them. I think I would describe my 20s as a self-love journey, because I have learned to love myself as hard as it was. I started off with, oh, loving myself is selfish, to, oh, loving myself is my priority. So it's been a long change, and I think it's something that all of us need to experience. But just a reminder, invest in loving yourself. Just show yourself the utmost amount of love, and then pour that love into other people as well. Okay, so disclaimer, the light changes a lot in this video, so please bear with me. Lesson number 4, stop making excuses for people or situations that are not right for you. It's clear, it's just that simple, because I think a lot of times we get attached to people and we'll make all these excuses for them, whereas we should have just walked away or moved on from them. So there's another lesson. Lesson number 5 is to love the person you have become. I think all of us are on a journey, and whoever you are at this moment, love that person. You're probably going to change in the future for the better, or hopefully not for the worse, but there are going to be also some bad moments. However, just appreciate who you are in this present moment. So take the time today and just say, I love me at this moment, and I love me for who I am at this particular moment. If you don't say it, they won't know it. Learn to communicate with people. That's just what the point of this lesson is. A lot of times we assume people can read our minds and they should know us well enough to know how we feel and what we think, but that's not the case. Communicate it, verbally say it, and then work through it. It's your journey and not theirs. Stop letting other people dictate your journey. At the end of the day, you have to go on your journey, and you're the one who gets to experience your journey. So if you give that control to other people and you allow other people to dictate your journey, you're always going to be sad, and you're always going to be comparing yourself to other people, and that's detrimental. That comparing yourself to other people is just, I feel like it's one of the worst things you can do to yourself. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, So be in the present. Not many of us will accept that we don't live in the present. We're always thinking about the past mistakes that we made, or the future plans that we have, or comparing ourselves or situations to other people and wishing it was different. Whereas if we spend time being in the present and being grateful for the present moments and the achievements we've made, that will make a big difference in your life. So yeah, be present, be more grateful. I think I've shared this in previous videos as well. Just gratitude. Gratitude is essential in life. Living a life whereby you're not grateful for that life, that's just sad. So practice more gratitude. Accept and let go. Accept the people that have hurt you. Accept the situation that didn't turn out as expected, and then try to move on from them if possible. There's no time period to how long this will take, but just come to terms with it and slowly make changes for the better. Stop seeking validation from others. I think ultimately God should be your source of validation. If you seek validation from other people, and especially the wrong people, your life might be a little bit traumatic. So seek validation from God and not from your fellow human beings. Allow yourself to be loved by others. If you struggle with self-love, you definitely struggle with allowing others to love you or accepting love from other people. It is not easy because sometimes the people that claim to love you might end up hurting you, and sometimes you're just not okay. You are okay with loving other people, but you are not as comfortable with other people loving you, and I think it's something that you have to learn. And if you're on that journey, I wish you the best. Stop relying on others to show you your worth. It's very straightforward, so just stop it. You deserve someone who will shop for you the way you shop for them. It's like a give and take. It's like give and I give. So it should be 50-50. Don't go to the extreme whereby you're the only person showing up for the people in your life. Because if you think about it, are these people truly your friends or your family or your partners if they're not showing up for you the way you shop for them? So don't accept it. Don't allow it in your life. You cannot love someone into loving you. I had to learn this the hard way, but yeah, no matter how much you love someone, that will not change who they are. That will not make them want to be a better person, and that will not make them love you. So just, it's a sad thing, but it's just what the reality is. The people that break you are not the ones that are going to put you back together. Okay, so past me was somebody who would go back to the people that have caused me pain or have broken me, and in the hopes that maybe they might have recognized their mistakes and maybe they might want to rectify that. They realizing that people that break you are not gonna necessarily put you back together just help me to be like, hey, wake up and fix yourself, because those people are not gonna fix you. So yeah, and then someone in my life as well who reminded me this recently, because I think my excuse was to look for closure. I need closure, but in reality I was hoping these people that broke me would mend the harm that they caused me, but yeah, it doesn't work out like that, sadly. Don't settle. There is someone who will love you the way you want to be loved. It's sad. I feel like I've had people in my life, I've had friends who struggle with relationships and finding the right love, and sometimes they feel like giving up, and sometimes they feel like they want to settle, but I keep reminding them, I'm like, no, I think you deserve what you're looking for, and there is that person out there. Just, you know, don't give up, and never settle. You are where you need to be, and you'll get to where you want to be. Just let that sink in and then apply that to your life. Acknowledge your struggles. In a lot of societies, we are not encouraged to acknowledge our struggles or show that we're struggling. But I think acknowledging our struggles it leaves a burden within ourselves, as well as it encourages other people who are struggling to be like, hey, I'm not alone. There are other people who are going through rough times as I am, and they've overcome it, and maybe I'll overcome it too. So acknowledging our struggles is helpful for ourselves and for other people as well. Don't let your loneliness make you choose toxic people. It's straightforward too. Set boundaries and stick to them. Alright, so yeah, boundaries are very important. I didn't know how important boundaries were until I think last year and this year, because if you don't set your boundaries, people are going to treat you anyhow, and you don't deserve that. So make those boundaries, communicate what your boundaries are, and just stick to them. If someone respects you and they value you, they are going to respect your boundaries. So you make those boundaries. Don't break your heart trying to fill someone else's. Again, I think that's self-explanatory. If you love yourself, you're not going to prioritize someone else's feelings above yours. So prioritize your heart, prioritize your well-being, prioritize your feelings. You are always worth fighting for. There are people and circumstances in our lives that might make us feel like we are not worth fighting for, or even ourselves might make ourselves feel that way. But just remember, you are always worth fighting for. You are definitely worth it, and God created you for a purpose, and you're here for a purpose. Therefore, you're worth fighting for. You learn by doing. I don't know if this is applicable to everybody, but it's definitely applicable to me. Words are not gonna teach me things. Doing things are gonna teach me things. Like somebody will tell me, hey, ABCD is not good for you, don't do it. But I don't think I will value that as me experiencing it and learning that it's not good for me. Life is never what you ask for, it's what you make of it. Yeah. I think it's also very self-explanatory. Life is what you make of it. That's just as simple as it gets. Protect your peace. You want me to say it louder? Protect your peace, because your peace is very valuable. So make sure you protect. Lesson number 29. Don't accept criticism from people you wouldn't go to for advice. Again, self-explanatory. If you want to go to them for advice, why would you let them criticize your life? So yeah, take that into consideration. Okay, so for the 30th lesson, please check out my Instagram, bintimalu.com, under the life lessons highlight, and I will share my 30th lesson there. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this part, what is one of the most important lessons you've learned in your life so far? And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I will truly appreciate it. Okay, I shall see you on the next video. Kwaheri. Kwaheri.